So there can be no denying that it's boom time for the intersection between law and technology. But one of the things I've noticed is that the marketing for most legal tech products is pretty shit. So in this video, I'm going to show you whether you're um, the marketing manager at a startup or some other cool East London tech outfit, how to build an effective and compelling piece of legal tech marketing. I'm working in Illustrator, but if you don't have Illustrator, you can work in PowerPoint or Microsoft Paint. Both are fine. You should still be able to follow on. But the first thing we're going to do is we have our artboard here. We're going to give it a background, and we're marketing a tech product, so we want to dial the tech and the AI and the machine learning kind of feel up to 11. So we're going to start off with this background from a screen grab I took of a Matrix piece of wallpaper art. So let's just bring that into the artboard. We've got our background there. So those of you with a keen eye will see that I haven't even really bothered to scale this properly. I've just dragged it to fit the artboard, but that doesn't matter because it's techie. It looks good. So the first audience that our advert needs to speak to are the lawyers, even though we think lawyers are dickheads. We want to market to them, so we need to start talking their language, and nothing says law like a gavel. So let's bring a gavel in. There we go. That looks good. There's some people out there that say that we don't use gavels in the UK, but that's bollocks. We're having a gavel. The gavel's good, but we need something else. We need to give this some grit. So in addition to our gavel, we're gonna bring in this picture of Ronnie Kray. There we go. There's Ronnie. He's having a cup of tea. And I love this because it brings in that East London connection, brings in that kind of feel of Shoreditch and where we're coming from. So we've got our legal artwork in there, and I'd say let's just move that up a bit. There we are. That looks nice. Yeah, we've got our law covered. Now we want to bring in some more tech. Let's go back to the tech. So again, think about your product. It probably uses AI, it probably uses deep learning, it probably uses machine learning, it probably uses loads of things that you don't really know about, but they're cool. So nothing says AI like a robot. So let's bring in some robot artwork, and we've taken our time here. We've picked our imagery quite carefully, and let's just bring this guy into view. Here he goes. So we've gone for this. Let's just zoom in a little bit for you. We've gone for this great piece of artwork of a robot with what appear to be at least 4 empty ring binders. And what I like about this is that our robot actually looks bored. And what this says to me, at least, is that the AI that underpins our legal tech product is so advanced that it itself has the capacity to become bored, just like a human would. So we're building empathy in right at the foundation of this piece. And the other thing I like actually is quite apart from at least trying to strike a pose of being bored or frustrated, our robot actually has a slightly sort of cheeky expression. So we could make something of that, I think. Let's draw a little moustache and a little goatee beard too. There we go. That's looking good. Okay, so we've got our law, we've got our robot. We need some celebrity endorsement now. I see a robot like that, it just makes me want to reach for Will Smith. So let's plonk Will in. Will's loving it. He's using our contract automation software, and it's just saved him hours and hours, and he's happy about it, and he's smiling, and that makes us feel good because he feels good. Okay, we've covered tech, we've covered the law. Now, the main gatekeeper we're going to have the breakthrough is the innovation manager at whatever law firm we're trying to market to. What we want to do here is we want one of the lawyers to pick up whatever piece of press we put our ad in and go running upstairs or maybe taking the lift to the innovation lab at the firm, going to see the innovation manager and saying, hey, look, we've got to have this piece of contract automation software, even though we've already got 25 other things that do the same thing and probably don't work very well. You know, look at this advert. It's really cool. We've got to have this. But to help the lawyer do that, we really need this advert to speak to innovation managers. So to do that, we're going to use a tried and tested trick in the world of marketing, which is the soundbite. And we're just going to bring in a little soundbite from our company's CEO. Let's pop that there. All meetings are bullshit. I mean, tell me which innovation manager isn't going to agree with that. So we've got that there, and we've got the URL for our company so people know where to visit. The thing that this is missing at the moment is some reference to the product itself. And chances are, if it's a legal tech product that you're building, your product has a dashboard. So I would recommend kind of referencing that, fairly on the nose and in a thinly veiled reference to our whimsy for skeuomorphism. We're going to use the picture of a dashboard in a Mark IV Cortina. So that's there. That looks pretty good. If you don't have a dashboard in your product, I think rather than leave this image out, I think just build a dashboard. It's the safest thing to do. Now, our product doesn't actually use blockchain because we haven't really figured out why we should use blockchain instead of a standard SQL database, but we don't want anyone else knowing that. So let's bring in a blockchain logo. I mean, that, if anything, should just kind of soothe the worries of any senior partners that might be involved in the purchasing decision. Our product's got blockchain, so that's covered. Now, let's just zoom out. Let's admire our work for a second. Yeah, that's not looking bad. The only thing that's missing, I think, is a Twitter hashtag. So let's get that sorted quickly. Okay, so it's gonna have this kind of garish yellow. Back into type. If you're using Illustrator, you don't call text, you call it type. And there's this kind of discussion going on about whether or not you should call something legal tech or law tech. No one is really that sure of what the difference is. So my way of getting around that is to kind of do both like this. So we're going to have hashtag legal tech law. And then I'm going to stick a hashtag on the end as well. And that way it's kind of like mirrored a bit, if you know what I mean. So, I could look at this hashtag like either way and it kind of makes sense. Anyway, so that's got a hashtag in there now. Because we want those innovation managers kind of tweeting this advert around and, people getting really excited about it. So let's just bring that in. There we go. Let's group that. There we are. This looks cool. Stick it up the top. Nice. And there you have it. A really aesthetically pleasing, compelling and confident piece of legal tech marketing. That's how it's done. Thanks for watching.